everybody, this is the Manatee Show here, and this is my review of the Kamen Rider Drive DX Drive Driver and Shift Brace. As you can see, it's different than a few other Kamen Rider drivers because it's not just the belt, that's it. It has a bracelet that works alongside it. Just to get something out of the way first, it comes with a pre-release bonus of a Gamba Ride card, which I got, so here it is, one side, and the other. It works in Gamba Rising machines in Japan, whereas I cannot show that because I do not live in Japan, so yeah. Overall, it's a very good toy. I find it very worth your money because it is... The amount of electronics and functionality this thing has for being only 76,000 yen at some retailers, and it comes with the driver, the shift brace, 2 shift cars, type speed and max flare, the belt, and this thing just to cover the belt part, and the Gamba Rising card if you get the pre-release bonus, the first release bonus. The belt here, just to get this out of the way, it is a simple type 1 belt, I'm pretty sure, whereas one side locks in and is supposed to stay in, but it's not bolted on, which is very nice. And then the other side is designed like a seatbelt. See, press button, and then you plug the seatbelt in, and then to take the belt off, you release. The other thing, there's very nice details, whereas this is designed to look like a seatbelt. It's got the stitching pattern as if a seatbelt in the end. And everything, this part is just so to cover where the belts connect. So yeah, I'm gonna get the belts out of the way because it's needless. And another neat thing is because of the seatbelt connection, if you put it back, the belt can sort of hold, and it works as a stand for the belt to display it if you want, which is very nice. It can also stand like this. So yeah, let's get into the functionality. Take out type max flare, so I already have mine on. The way it works is it functions by this goes on your wrist, and this is an infrared reader right up here, and that's an infrared transmitter. So thus, if I were to put a shift car in, the light turns on, it transmits, so to tell the driver what shift car or what sounds to play. In the driver, to show how it works, there's a little circuit board in there with tiny LEDs on it, and that spins, and then the LEDs light up in certain patterns to create a big image, which is really nice in a cheaper substitute for a full LCD screen, because a Kamen Rider driver with a full LCD screen, my god, would be expensive. So, yeah. As you can see, the driver is mostly gray with some shiny silver accents here. The little R emblem, and then these black heating vent-like things. And here's the dashboard speedometers and stuff, and the key, the ignition, and then this little gold detailing there. The back, there's nothing much, just the typical belt mechanical nonsense. Yeah, so the driver's fairly simple. So let's start off in Henshin. So first thing you must do is turn your shift car, and I'll look at the shift cars in a second. Insert, and I'll do that again because there's a sound that plays. I will have to hold the shift brace up here because it is the receiver has to transmit to here. Also, because of the nature of this, it'll show up a little spotty on the video, but in real life it looks much better in person. So I'm going to turn it on. I'm currently in type speed, but I will change that. And I just did that to show you the sound. I'm going to zero it out by turning it off and back on again. That's the activation sound. And now I'll pull this out. Okay, so that's the activation sound. Well, that's the activation and the henshin. There is a sound for pulling shift cars out. The sound's only playing when you turn the key and it is in standby mode. Just save battery and make it practical. I will now do a type speed attack, similar to the Sengoku driver, whereas if you slice the fruit that many times, it does a different attack. Unlike that, where it says a different sound, it just says that sound in repeated how many times. It only goes up to 3. A neat thing is, if you were to go like this, it would say, speed, speed, speed. Which is very interesting and really cool technology the way it did that. So, yeah. I'm just going to demonstrate it 3 times to save time. So that was the attack, and then there is his finisher, which would be to activate his finisher, you push the little red button, and then after it starts doing the revving up, like a speedometer, you shift in. I'm not exactly sure what these letters mean because I'm fairly certain they mean the words in Japanese. They mean the beginning of the words in Japanese. So, yes. And now let's finish her. Okay, so that was his finisher. He can do a thing called Tire Kokon, whereas in the show, he takes a shift car out and replaces it with a different shift car and activates it, thus giving him a different tire on his body, giving him different abilities. I will just show Max Flare right now. I will show other shift cars in other sets once they become available. And to do that, you just take this out, take the other shift car, and turn it, put it in, and tire Kokon like this. Okay, and now his attack. I'll do it 3 times to show you, or I'll do 2 just to show you the difference. Okay, and now his finisher. I'm sorry. Well, you got to see it once now. This is a very hard Kamen Rider driver to screw up, to get it to say accidental sounds. It's not impossible, unlike the ones such as the Sengoku driver, whereas the sounds are not even in the driver, but it's very tricky with the pin system is very tricky with everything, because there's pins underneath here too, so it gets really complicated. I've only gotten it to say the wrong sounds twice, and once where it said Dream Candy, and once where it said Super Shadow, which I think it would be Super Midnight Shadow, which would be interesting to have a super version of those, or it was just an incorrect, but I got a Dream Candy sound effect, which is interesting. I've heard other people gotten that too. And just the last thing, I will take a look at the shift cars individually. So, this is type speed. It is very, it's nice. It's one of my possible favorite shift cars, just being as simple as it is. It's just a little red car. That's all. But, here it's got the little gold headlights and the white stripe. It does have a little R Kamen Rider Drive emblem. If it would focus. That's fine. You know what the emblem is. It's the same emblem as on the driver. It's got a rubber spoiler here, and as you can see with all shift cars, it turns. And yeah, the way it works, the way shift cars work, is this plate clicks into that, and it lifts up. That's how it works. This part doesn't actually lift up. So when it turns, it exposes this little sticker that has the Kamen Rider Drive R. Because the word in Japanese that means drive is an R. It's here, like, all of his type change cars, which there are 3, have the R on it. They also have their own. His is the S, so when it's in bystand mode, when it's in type speed, it has the S. Wild is a W. Technic, it's a T. But all of them, when they actually activate the car, it has the R, and they have the R on the sticker. The thing is the only difference between these and the Gashapon and Candy Toy cars are, this is not as smooth. It's not a 1 point. It is a ratchet, so it's a and that is not a holofoil sticker. I did not want to get the handle Ken, so I decided just to get the Gashapon Type Wild, which I will just be reviewing by itself. And I'm pretty sure I will be doing the same thing for Type Technic if I do not get the door gun, which I might. So, yes. Yeah, here is Type Speed, and now I will show you Max Flare. It is not a type car, so it has the emblem on the hood, which is nice. It's a little flare with a tire print through it. I like Max Flare's design. I love its design. The colors are fine, except for the blue wheels. I dislike the blue wheels highly. But yeah, it's got little backlights, and it is just a car that's on fire. It's cool. It's got the little spot for the drive emblem, but the R isn't in there, which is cool. The bottom is the same as most shift cars, and then you turn it, and it's got the little fire symbol that you saw. So yeah, that is the Kamen Rider Drive driver. Overall, I think it is a very good toy, very good for its price and everything. It definitely justifies the price, considering it's cheaper than a few other Kamen Rider drivers, and it's got much better technology in it. So, I definitely recommend this as a pickup. So, this has been the Manatee Show here, and be sure to check out my other reviews. Please like and subscribe, and feel free to comment, and have a good day, and goodbye.